Goodness, has another week gone by? Yes, it's Coach Dave, and yes, this is Accordion Cool, and yes, it's still hearing the funny squeaks and squawks, but still not totally used to this new instrument, but meeting with a good friend tomorrow who is, one of these real good expert electronics type guys and has actually played this instrument, so we're going to get it squared away, but it's just, those squeaks are when my left hand hits a place it's not supposed to hit because this distance is not the same as my old accordions. But anyway, enough whining. Okay, we're continuing along with our decades songs. We're into the 1930s this week. I couldn't believe A, how many songs there were that were great tunes came out of the 30s, and B, how many I already knew. Wow! But anyway, that first one, I've been playing that song for a long time. It's a fun song to play. It's called In the Mood, 1939, and of course the big hit was the Glenn Miller Band when they played In the Mood, 1939. Of course, again, has persevered through all the years. So, moving on to our next tune, 1932. It's called Be Mere Beast du Chien. Yes, Be Mere Beast du Chien. I don't know what it means, but it was written for a Yiddish play, and I guess the play went a year or two, and then it's like, oh, now what do we do with this song? So I guess eventually they translated it into English, and in 1937 The Andrews Sisters, boy, that's a blast from the past. The Andrews Sisters had a big hit on it, which brings me to a very important question. Were the Andrews Sisters really sisters? Does anybody know? Does anybody care? All right. Bemere Beast-Duchesne. Here we go. Beast-Duchesne. Now, I guess when the Andrews Sisters did it, they changed the title. I guess they translated the title into German, which still sounds like nothing you can understand. But anyway, Bemere Beast-Duchesne, big hit way back when, in the 1930s. And no, Austin, I was not there. All right, we're moving on to 1933, up a year. The song came from a movie. I don't know what the movie was, obviously something that didn't do too much. But the song, again, has persevered through the years. Now, remember the old show, All in the Family, Archie and Edith? Of course, Edith, fancied herself a singer, it was terrible. But this one episode, she kept telling Archie, I'm going to sing Funny Bud. Yeah, Edith, yeah. And finally he says, Edith, what's Funny Bud? She says, well, she says, I'm in the mood for love, funny but when you're near me. And that's the name of the song, I'm in the mood for love. Pretty ballad. Wish I had a nickel every time I played this song through the years. Here we go. In the mood for love. Guess what, guys? That line doesn't work, but anyway. I'm in the mood for love, 1933. Classic. Well, we're moving on to another classic, maybe not quite as classic as I'm in the mood for love, but again, it certainly hold its own. From 1931, I believe it was. Now, back in the late 50s, early 60s, there were a bunch of, boy groups, three-person, four-person group, and they actually did a lot of these old songs. And a group called the Chimes, I don't know where they were, who they were, why they were, and of course they're not around now. 1961, they had a hit on this song from 1931. It's called Once in a While. Once in a while. The Chimes, 1961, and through the other years, just about everybody who's anybody in the recording industry did that particular tune. So, what's interesting, as I was playing this, I was thinking to myself, of course, there's all, when you play songs, there's a lot of different chords and chord changes. Now, with all due respect, most of those tunes out of the 50s and 60s had very few, especially the country tunes, only 3 chords in the whole tune, and then they stick one in there at the end. But and now that tune had quite a few different chord changes in it. I was saying to myself, how did they do that? They must have had guys backing them up who knew what they were doing, and they just took it from there. But anyway, I have no idea, nor do I guess it's really important. 1933. This particular tune, a lot of people say, oh yeah, the theme from Picnic, the movie. Well, nay. The theme from Picnic was Picnic, which I don't happen to play. But this particular tune was played so much throughout the movie that a lot of people associate it as being the theme from Picnic. But nay. 1933 tune called Moonglow. And again, not really sure where it came from, but I get everybody recorded it or sang it or whatever. So let's try a little Moonglow. Glow, not the theme from Picnic. And yes, though, you heard a squeak and a squawk, and that was me. Not part of the song. Well, it is now, because I can't really edit that out, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Well, we're getting down close to the end of our time today, into our last tune. Now, this tune, written by Duke Ellington and Juan Tizol in 1936. Who? Juan Tizol. Well, Coach Dave, who's that? Well, Juan Tizol was a trombone player in the Duke Band. And actually, he wrote several songs with the Duke, a very talented gentleman. So this one, I use this tune as a closer for all my live performances. This is Miss Ernestine's favorite tune, because as soon as she hears me start the tune, she starts packing up because she knows she can go home. By the time I finish the tune, she's got the van loaded, she's standing there honking the horn, but little tune called Caravan. So here we go. Ellington, with the great Duke Ellington Band, and Juan Tizol, one of his trombone players. Well, you know, we're just about out of time here today, so we hope you enjoyed our first foray into the 1930s. Plenty more tunes coming, plenty more shows coming with the tunes, and I'm sure you'll recognize pretty much most of them because they are songs that have stood up to the test of time, and even the younger folks today are playing these tunes. If you remember early in the season, we had a young lady named Katie, I can't think of her last name. Anyway, she played the cello, right? And she told me, she's in college, she's a senior in college, that she got what we call a fake book. It's a book like this thick and all the old tunes. And she was having a blast playing these tunes. Now here's probably a 22-year-old young lady, and she's enjoying these tunes. So like I said, they have stood the test of time. So thank you all for watching, listening, tuning in. Of course, thanks to Austin behind the glass. And I get my little tutorial on this thing tomorrow. Boy, I'll drive him crazy next week. So let's go home with just a little bit. I don't know. How about Caravan?